Welcome to the Talking the Line podcast, presented to you by Talking the Line Sports Media, giving you our best insights and analysis so you can rake in some cold hard cash on your next sports bet. Now sit on back, open up your mind, and let's cash some tickets. We can't thank you enough for joining us. We hope you enjoy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers, far and wide. Welcome in to episode number 173 of the Talking the Line podcast on this absolutely beautiful Wednesday of bets, also known as, so you don't have to check your calendar, December the 1st, 2021. Actually, you might want to check your calendar and rip off that page on a lone and lonesome highway. Oh, sorry. Turn the page. Bob Seger, my fault. Getting into the oldies today. It's December the 1st nonetheless. Can't thank you enough for stopping by. We have a loaded show, plenty of nonsense ahead. But before we get into that, please take a few moments to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently ingesting the TTL Pod on. If you are watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell over there as well so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping. But if you're watching on one of our social media platforms, make sure you hit that like button or follow button there in addition so you never miss any of our social media content on those platforms. However, if you're listening to the pod on your favorite podcast directory, make sure you hit that subscribe button there as well if you haven't already, as we do release the audio of every live show after each episode is complete. Next item up on the docket. You could be so kind, you can find it in your heart to do so. You got a couple extra seconds while you're watching the show. Go ahead, hit that like button, leave us a comment, leave us a rating. Jump on over yonder in the live chat if you are watching live. Hey, maybe hit the share button too. Send it on over to your brothers, sisters, friends, enemies, neighbors, people who live on the opposite side of the globe as you, but you call good old-fashioned degenerates and like cash and tickets, because that's what we do here at the TTL Pod, and we are for all. And when you do those things, we can't tell you how much we appreciate it, and it only helps us make TTL Sports Media bigger and better for each and every one of you. Last, certainly not least, head on over to this episode's description, where you will locate the Talking the Line link tree. Within that link tree, you will find the talkingtheline.com website, all of the TTL Crew social platforms, and our additional content, so you can consume all of that jazz in one convenient location, however and whenever you please. Ladies and gentlemen and beautiful gambling people, joining us for episode number 173, I am your humbled, honored, hyped, and always handicapping host, Colton Cap'n Colt Soroka, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by and get some picks, insights, analysis from me and my partner, maybe some laughs, maybe a little motivation, maybe jump into some rabbit holes here and there in between. I am incredibly honored to be able to steer this proverbial podcast boat gently down the stream from time to time, but it is not without one man's help that I am actually able to do that. And that man is present with me here on the show. He sits to my left on this here pod every doggone morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. He also sits on my left every single Wednesday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time for the Wise Words podcast. Oh, you thought I forgot? I wouldn't shamelessly plug it today. Season 2, Episode 2 dropping with this man to my left. You know him as the man, the myth, the degenerate gambling legend, and oh, let's not forget the TTL's resident cheesehead and Southsider himself, Mr. Riley RMags Magnuson.
Little Bob Seger in the morning, my friend. I love the jam. I'm jamming
Partner,
over here. I had to find it right
hey,
away.
I don't even have to ask. How you doing over there today, pal?
I'm doing damn fantastic, my man. Tried to call my shot yesterday as far as some White Sox move, or maybe that was Wise Words. So maybe you'll have to check out the Wise Words podcast to see
Little
me put
teaser.
my foot in my mouth. Got to adjust my camera here, but I'm doing fantastic, my man. It is a steamy, nice December 1st, 50 degrees day here. It looks like, but hey, I'm rocking and rolling, man. I don't know about you. We've got like 75 college basketball games on the slate today, dude. It is a nice little Wednesday treat for us today, but nonetheless, I'm feeling good. How about you?
I am feeling spectacular. You know how I do. You know what goes down. It's a beautiful day to be alive on this here Wednesday. The rest is up to you. You also know how it goes down. This side of the camera, everything's great. You know, still got the hoodie on, still getting warm. But yeah, probably by about the time we get done recording here, gonna have some nice 50, almost 60 degrees December 1st. You know, hey, if ever there was a time to make a case for global warming, hey, you might have one here, my friends. I don't know. This is not a political show, but what I know is I also might hit the links too. Also, what I do know in addition to that, my friend, is that we are a full transparency show, and we always share our bets of the day before, whether they are winners or they are losers. Now, you know by this time, the losers are far and few between, especially from my partner, especially from me. It is not something that we pride ourselves on when we dish out one loser. Now, my friends, wasn't the best day on the boards for your boy yesterday. Partner broke even. But nonetheless, we still have to show you yesterday's best bets of the day from the TTL crew. They are now live on your screen. Okay, my friends. Now,
typo.
I know I saw that somebody tried to sneak themselves in an extra win there. RMags went 2-2 on the day. Clemson was the one, plus 1.5, ended up actually losing. So not the best showing there from Clemson against Rutgers. Indiana, neither was that one. I don't think that was the right side for either one of us to be on. We both lost that one, partner. I don't know where in the world that Syracuse team has been, but they came out of nowhere and they shot the lights out in the Continental Center or whatever the heck that place is called.
I think in their games, some type of overaction, whether it's their team total, the other team total, the full game team total, I think that's the target for Syracuse games going forward, my man.
I think you're on spot on. Well, speaking of, team total, you can see up there, you got the Indiana team total over 75.5. Only went to 3 overtimes to make it over 100, but there you go.
It was, no sweat as far as if it wasn't an overtime game, though. It was low scored in the first half, though. It was a little sweaty for me. I was getting nervous in the first half there.
Yeah, no doubt about that. They definitely, both teams turned on the heat in the second half. And then the Billikens of St. Louis University winning outright as plus 3.5-point dogs. I love that one. Didn't end up tracking that one. I should have, because I played that one and ended up cashing that ticket. So thank you, good sir. As for me, shield your eyes, folks. Holy shit, 1-4. You know, these days come around every once in a while. I was telling you, partner, pre-show, I hate to have them. And, I mean, I ask that you judge me by my last 1,000 plays because I am way up, way positive. I have a great track record with college basketball. It just seems early in the season on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, I throw in this weird-ass day that's a 1-4 or something like that, or a complete offer, and I just don't understand it. What I can promise you is that it ain't happening again. I made some mistakes. I see some things. We are correcting them promptly here today on the show, and I think we got plenty of cashers coming your way. 2 for Tuesday parlay barely misses, man. Grizzlies take care of business, and then the Golden State Warriors, your boy,
got locked up bad, man. And, the Suns without, I think Devin Booker went down in the second, and they still took care of it in the second half, man. It was close, and then they pulled away at the end there.
They sure did. And, hey, even the Moneyline Dice were cold yesterday, my friend. 0-2. Bad beat to cover the plus 3.5, and then, obviously, Tulane did not win outright. They ended up losing by 5. Okay, so we're a full transparency show and all, but we don't like to dwell in the past and dwell on our mistakes. We like to say we have minds of goldfish, my friends. So there they go. They're gone. We ain't talking about them no more here today. What we are talking about now is what's coming up on today's show. As per usual, we got RMags Best Bets. He's got, three? 3 dishing out?
3, sir.
Okay. Got 3 coming at you. We're actually lining up on 1, so as usual, maybe we'll call it a crew play. We got 5 picks coming from me, so actually 4 because we're lining up. Feeling really, really, really good about a clean sweep. I'm telling you, I'm feeling good about a clean sweep. I'm putting it in the world now. Wednesday special plays. Special plays, that's right. I did not stutter. We're not telling you what it is, but Wednesday Warrior. You've seen him featured as a Wednesday Warrior on this show here before. And, just because we like to give you a little extra juice, a little extra sweat, not just a single play. We need some more plus money parlay action. We're also cooking up the the Parlay Pop-Off. A lot of primetime parlay, we got too many P's in parlays. The Parlay Pop-Off is what I am trying to say here. Second special play of the day. That bad boy's paying out at over 5-1 odds, so stick around for both special plays today. We'll recap all of that jazz, then we'll welcome in the cubicle, all-knowing objects that we refer to as the Moneyline Dice. They are live on set. We will cut them a free promo once they come along, and we will have them roll for a primetime matchup of sorts. Maybe a Big Ten and ACC challenge game that neither one of us had the yawns to back the side that we think we really should back, so we're just going to stay away and let the dice figure it out.
Who's to say? We got the dice. I'm ready to take the dice's word on that one, my man. Like you said, not feeling too confident enough in the one side, but we'll see about the dice.
I am not confident in either side, so we're going to yield back and we're going to let the dice do their magic. That'll wrap it up for basically the first half of the show, segueing into the second half of the show, where we got RMags Sidebar. We'll talk about a couple of daily leans we got. I got a handful. I know you got a handful. We'll obviously fall into a rabbit hole or two, as we always seem to. And then we'll give you some key announcements, the always important TTL announcements. We'll have wise words to talk about, additional content, other stuff happening, yada, yada, yada. Motivation minutes. A little something, I follow a page on Instagram, and I heard some stuff, and it's not my original thought. I can't remember if I brought it to the show or not. If not, it always bears repeating. I know I brought one about the glass, but did I bring the one about $1,000? Talk if I gave you $1,000 or if I gave you $1 million?
It doesn't sound familiar.
Okay, so sick. Because I tell a lot of people about a lot of things,
could be wrong.
But
doesn't sound familiar though.
Okay, so we'll bring it here to the motivation minutes. A little message, different message. I can't take full credit, but heard this and it really gave me some perspective on just living each day to the fullest. So bring that in today's motivation minutes. But for now, almost 15 minutes past the top of the hour. You better take the over today. It looks like we're gonna be fucking windy. Partner, anything else from you, my friend? on in relation to today's show or any news?
I don't think so, my man. I'm this week's kind of cruising right along. We had some great action last night. It's already Wednesday, man. I can't even believe it. It's
Wake
flying
up.
by.
Here we go. It's hump day.
Ready for all the action, my man. Let's go.
Okay, my friend. Before we do, be sure to follow us on the Action Network app. I am at cash_with_Colt. Riley is at RMags in all caps. You can follow the Talking the Line best bets of the day at Talking the Line. You can also find all of our best bets on the Chalkboard HQ app. You can download that on the App Store or Google Play and follow them at Chalkboard HQ on Twitter. Follow the Talking the Line board on there. Jump in one of our channels and go back and forth with us. Let's have some fun in there. Think Discord, but all sports betting. And then also, if you don't have any of those, you don't want to download an app, just go to talkingtheline.com. Find all of our content there, and you can find our best bets on the Today's Best Bets tab. Who would have thought? Outside of that, my friend, cut the nonsense, quit the drama, and stop the banter that you could go to every other sports media outlet and get. You come to the TTL Pod for the stone cold locks, picks, insights, and analysis, jumping into rabbit holes, but most importantly, running tickets to the window with the TTL crew all day and night long. So without further ado, let's kick things off here as we always do with the first segment of episode number 173. RMags Best Bets of the Day is now live in prime time. See it in the ticker. Partner, to me, to you.
Was not ready for this one, apparently. Here we go.
To all you beautiful people sipping the black elixir of the gods on this gorgeous Wednesday of bets. Take your sip, and hey, partner, when they all do, you have the floor.
Alrighty, my man. I will save our crew play for the last one here. After you get your nice sip of coffee there, but I'll
Lock
kick
and
it
load.
off here. We'll actually go to a little not ACC Big Ten challenge game, but a game that's about as big as any of those games is. I'm going Texas Tech and Providence in this one. I'm going Texas Tech minus the 2.5 against Providence.
Love it.
I know a lot of people love Providence right now, and partner, I can assure you that I will have Providence in my bet slip as the season goes along. I can pretty much guarantee that you will as well in certain spots.
Guaranteed.
But I don't think this is a spot that you need to be back in the old Providence Friars in this one. Texas Tech has been quietly really, really good this year, despite having faced a really weak schedule, and they've kind of flown under the radar here. They rated 11th in the country in KenPom out of all 358 college basketball teams, top 25 in adjusted offensive efficiency and defensive efficiency. One of a handful of teams that can boast that top 25 at both sides of the ball category. Their only knock, like I said, is that strength of schedule, but they have absolutely dog-walked every single team that has come in their way. 4-2 ATS. The only two games that they have failed to cover were a couple of over 20-point spreads. I think one of them was like 29.5 against some really bad teams. So I am not too concerned about this one at all. Like I said, we like Providence, but I think Texas Tech might be a top 15 team in the country, and Providence, they're a very matchup-based team, and I don't think that this is a good matchup for them. They're outside of the top 100 in their own ADE, adjusted defensive efficiency, and 69th in KenPom, actually, so quite a big drop.
Okay.
When you have that big gap as far as the overall KenPom rankings and a short spread like this, I'm going to go gravitate to the team that's number 11th in the damn country. That win over Wisconsin for Providence has a lot of people, including us. Like I just said, we're going to have them in certain spots. Has people in love with Providence. This is a very, very, very different matchup for these Friars here. Texas Tech, while I love Wisconsin as well in certain spots, this Texas Tech is a completely different matchup for the old Friars. So I like Texas Tech to get this one done rather handily, partner. I know a lot of people are liking Providence, but I am all over the Red Raiders today to cover that 2.5. Are you with me or not on this one?
Oh, I'm with you, pal, and I got to look at you and also do this at the same time, and I'm over here with you as well. I absolutely love it. Hey, I love Ed Cooley and the Friars as much as the next man, but I, much like you, think this is just a bad matchup for him. Even with the loss of Chris Beard, backfill of a new coach here. I can't think of the coach here. Look at me talking about Ed Cooley and can't think of who the Texas Tech Red Raiders is. Either way, I think the 2.5 is a great number to catch it at. I think a lot of people are going to be running to the home dog here in the Friars at plus 2.5, and I just don't think it's something you need to do. Listen to my partner. lock in his first best bet of the day. Texas Tech Red Raiders, -2.5. If you could be so kind, sir, to keep this proverbial podcast train steaming on down the tracks, unless you have one final closing thought, might as well just keep going after that.
No, Mark Adams is the current head coach of Texas Tech.
Mark
Gotta
Adams.
give the respects to that guy coming in and taking care of business. Trust you tonight, Marky. So moving on, back over now to the Big Ten and ACC team I just mentioned. Not taking a side on this one, Wisconsin and Georgia Tech. I am going to the total. I'm going under 130 and a half. I actually do your line shopping. I say 130 and a half because I like that number all the same. Last I checked on DraftKings and FanDuel, there's a 2-point difference. You can actually catch it 132 and a half on DraftKings at least a half an hour ago. Don't know if that's still there or not. But I got it 130 and a half, and I like it right there. Sounds like a low number, but I think it's actually too high for both of these two teams here. Wisconsin, number 8 in ADE, defensive efficiency, and 301st in tempo. I don't feel like I have to go too deep into detail about who Wisconsin is. Everyone knows the style of play that they play, the defense and the tempo. Their defense is as good as they've ever been, and their tempo is as slow as they've ever been, and they're keeping these games. Actually, they're 3-3 to the over-under. Their numbers to this point have been really, really low, but this Georgia Tech team is actually a team that's been playing some weak opponents, and they've had some numbers in the 140s, and they've also kind of been toeing the line as far as over-under, so that's what brings this one up. But Georgia Tech themselves, not terrible defensively, 66 ADE, not bad, not great, but definitely formidable, and it's good enough for a Wisconsin offense that's not blowing the doors off of anybody. And they're 146th in tempo, right in the middle of the pack. If you give me as long as you're not giving me a top 100 tempo team against Wisconsin, I'm going to be interested in the under here. Georgia Tech's most recent game, 61-59 win over Georgia Southern. A little fishy as far as the final score there, but as far as that total, Georgia Southern is a team 309th in tempo, very close to what the tempo that Wisconsin plays. I kind of see Wisconsin getting to that 60-point range right like there, but Georgia Tech has not faced any defensive opponent like this Wisconsin team, and I think Georgia Tech's offense is going to really struggle in this game, an offense that, like I said, against these bad teams has been putting up points, but it's not going to happen tonight. That weak schedule they've faced has got them looking a little fugazi, partner, and I think I'm to kind of talk myself into it. I'm interested in that Wisconsin spread. Going to stay away from it because, hey, I mean, Wisconsin. This could be a 51-49 type game. I don't know, but sure. I'm in love with this under, man. 130 and a half. Take it. Do your line shop, and if you can find it a little higher than that, take the under there as well.
Yeah, the spread to me was a little bit too fishy. I was kind of interested in Wisconsin, but also at the same time interested in Georgia Tech. I think you hit the hammer right on the nail, the head of the nail, rather, however the hell you say that saying. I don't know. Either way, I think that Georgia Tech does struggle offensively. I think this Wisconsin defense, even us before a couple games prior, we doubted that Wisconsin defense, and they are fucking legit.
Right.
So, hey, I think you're on the right side. I think Georgia Tech comes up with a few stops, too, here and there, and I don't think, honestly, Wisconsin is going to blow the doors off of anybody right now offensively. So, hey, I'm with you on that one. I think this one stays well under 135.5. You caught it at?
130 and a half.
130 and a half. Okay, yeah, I thought that's what it was right around at. So, yeah, perfect. Yeah, 131 and a half. It's gone up a point, but I don't think that matters here in this situation. I think that's just trying to get more money in on the over. So, hey, there you go. Second best bet of the day coming from Mr. Mags. You got one more to dish out. I believe we're lining up on this one. Yay or nay?
Correct. Big Ten ACC as well, my friend.
Another Big Ten ACC challenge. Well, if you would be so kind as to indulge the kind folks out there, what are we lining up on for your third best bet of the day? My first best bet of the day.
Alrighty, this one we are going to, and I am liking what I'm seeing as we go along here. Virginia Tech plus 1.5.
Yes, sir.
Partner, I don't want to hate on Maryland too much here because I don't hate Maryland. I'm just a little baffled at the sheer ridiculous amount of money that's been poured onto Maryland this morning on this short spread. Like I said, if you want to talk yourself into Maryland, I can listen to that argument, but as far as being 89% of money down on this Maryland spread, I'm really confused about this. And since we've seen that this morning, the spread is quickly going to +1, getting a little easier for that Maryland team to cover.
Oh, yeah, that's what the books do. That's right. They make it easier for teams to cover. That's right. Right. Mm-hmm.
Right, when they want to get their pants pulled down and everyone takes all their money. Right,
in a big
exactly.
game. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So Virginia Tech here, and again, I think these teams are fairly close. I just think Virginia Tech is, without a doubt, the better team here. They've been undervalued, lost their last 2 games, but it's against 2 good teams in Memphis and Xavier. Lost really close to Xavier, a really good team, and fought well with a very good Memphis team. Only lost by 8, I do believe. They're 5-2 ATS compared to Maryland's 2-5. The home court perception, I think, is part of what's going on here for Maryland, but they're 2-5 ATS. Their straight-up record is fine, but they've been kind of letting some of these weaker teams that they've played hang around a little bit, let them cover those spreads. And they haven't taken care of business at home all too well here. So, in addition to that, they lost straight up as 9.5-point favorites to George Mason. I just don't see it with them in this spot right here. Again, another team that I'm sure we'll have in our bet slip throughout the season. It's a solid Big Ten team, but I think Virginia Tech is just really under the radar here. I'll let you take care of most of the rest of this. Texas Tech, 26th in Ken Pom, and that slow tempo, in my opinion, is going to control the game, partner. So go ahead and take it from here, but I'm in love with the Virginia Tech Hokies, plus the 1.5 where we caught them.
I'm in love with the Hokies. I'm in love with the Hokies. Yeah, dude, absolutely love them. I think they're being extremely undervalued here, and people are just throwing money at the Terps just because of back-to-back losses for the Hokies. Now, this is not even, I was going to say your uncle's Maryland team, but man, this ain't even the Maryland team from last year, my friend. Right. They are just not the same. They're not doing the usual high-flying, running and gunning, knocking down shots. Believe me, I bet on them a few times. I've watched the games. They're just not there. And this is a huge statement, huge rebound game for the Virginia Tech Hokies, and I think this is going to be the spot where you see them lay the hammer down. They might even win by double digits, but we don't need that. We just need them to stick around for the +1 or just win it by a point. I'm fine with that. Now, a couple things that I found here that are going to be key and critical. Per covers, Virginia Tech holds an edge over Maryland in points per game, field goal percent, free throw percent, defense, turnovers, and their bench. The only thing Maryland holds an edge over Virginia Tech on is rebounding. Now, I know typically in the past, Virginia Tech has been the bad team, if you want to say, between these two teams in the matchup, but it's totally different this year, and I think Virginia Tech, because of those key advantages, they're going to run away with this one. Another reason why is because of the 3-ball. Virginia Tech shooting 40% from behind the 3-point arc right now. They're only allowing opponents to shoot 22.6%. You look at Maryland, you compare that to them only shooting 28.5% from behind the arc and allowing opponents to shoot 34.5% from behind the arc. Huge advantage right there. I don't even need to say more. You see how much of a split that is. You mentioned some of the key defensive stats for Virginia Tech. I think turnovers are what it's going to come down to, man. On the offensive side of the ball, Virginia Tech 44th offensively and 83rd defensively. You look at Maryland, 94th offensively, 263rd defensively. Those are all per Ken Pom. I don't think Maryland's going to be able to come up with those classic turnovers, that classic defense. I think it's going to be Virginia Tech that gets the turnovers here today. But you don't believe me. You don't believe my partner over there. What do I always say, man? Believe the trends. Virginia Tech, 5-2 ATS, last 7 overall. You mentioned that, partner. But did you know they're 9-1 straight up their last 10 December games? But I will go ahead and take the extra 1.5 as we rip one page off of the calendar here. Maryland, 2-6 ATS, last 8 overall. 1-5 ATS, last 5 home games. 1-4 ATS, last 5 as a home favorite. And you better believe I'm a homer for them, and they are terrible on Hump Day. Maryland, 0-5 ATS. Last 5 Wednesday games.
Give the TTL crew the Virginia Tech Hokies. Best bet of the day, +1.5.
Anything else you need to say, my friend?
As far as my best bets, not really. I do have off not an official pod bet, but my fade Mississippi Valley State boys are in action tonight at a more than reasonable spread here tonight.
More than reasonable.
Dropped down a
more
couple
than
points.
Reasonable.
Drop down a couple points, partner, but that doesn't really concern me at all. I think they're going to lose by at least 30 points tonight. Mississippi Valley State, Delta Devils. If you haven't stopped by, fade them whenever you get the chance, unless you see me doing otherwise. Go ahead and do it for me today.
I love your thoughts on that, my friend. When it's when it's in the 20s, I'm glad you brought that to the show. That is our classic fade team. If you haven't been around the TTL pod or anything TTL, that is RMags fade darlings, if you will. The Delta Devils. God bless them. They show up all the time and get their teeth kicked in, and help us cash tickets on just ridiculous spreads.
I actually never verified it, but they are without a doubt dead last in Ken Palm by
Not good.
5
Not good.
efficiency point margin,
Not good.
whatever it is, to the next team. 350,
Not
17.
good.
It's rough. It's rough.
Not good. Not good at all. All right. Well, there you go. There you have it. RMags best bets of the day and one unofficial pick of the day for all you beautiful gambling people out there. Let's keep this show steaming on down the tracks with the second segment of the day. Oops, my best bets of the day was already up. Accidentally hit the keyboard as well. So without further ado, my friends, direct your attention to the first play from me coming today. It has moved in what you might say the wrong direction, but I would remind you that this exact movement happened with the Cornell Big Red, and we run outright, and also happened with the Howard Bison last night, and we covered that bad boy too. So I think the Citadel Bulldogs are being extremely undervalued against the UNC Asheville Bulldogs. It's the battle of the Bulldogs, my friend, and I'm going with my darlings. You know me, you know the Citadel. I love them so much. I want to take the money line, but just in case, I'm going to take the points, just in case any funny business, and you should too. I'm fine with the movement. Lock it in where it's at. Key reasons as to why Citadel is going to cover this game at the bare minimum. Offense is going to rule the day, where Citadel holds a clear advantage, my friend. Scoring 88.3 points per game, shooting 48.9 from the floor, 39.8 from behind the arc, and they are 21st per KenPom in expected field goal percent. You look at UCA in comparison, only scoring 73.8 points per game, shooting 43.6 from the floor, 35.5 from beyond the arc, and they are 345th in expected field goal percent. Get out of town. Another thing, I love tempo. What do I always say? Seeming to start clicking around the college basketball community. I believe the Bulldogs of the Citadel are going to boat race the Bulldogs of the UNC Asheville University. They have a 53rd ranking per KenPom in tempo. You look at UNC Asheville, 197th. So I think Citadel's going to get out and run, use that offensive edge. And then last but certainly not least, I think the rebound category is going to be something we see here as a clear deciding factor for the Citadel. They're averaging about 41 per game and allowing opponents about 35. UNC Asheville's only pulling down about 30.3. They're allowing opponents 35.2. It's time for the names like Hayden Brown, Tyler Maffey, the seniors to start stepping up and start laying the hammer down on some of these lesser teams and getting back to the machines that they were last year. They begin doing it today, but you don't believe me, believe the damn trend. Citadel, 5-1-1 ATS last 7 overall, 4-1-1 ATS last 6 road games, 24-8-1 ATS last 33 following a straight-up win. UNC Asheville, 1-4 ATS last 5 following a straight-up win on their side, and 2-5 ATS last 7 games on Wednesday. Give me the Citadel Bulldogs, plus 1.5, plus 3.5 now, plus 2.5. I don't care. They're covering whatever number we get them at.
I like it, my man. I'd be really interested to hear some reasoning as far as why some of these lines have moved. Because, they're obviously low volume. So, one explanation is all it takes is for one, UNCA Stooge fan to throw a dime down, not even some
100%,
ridiculous amount,
100%,
and to move it
100%.
a point or two. You know what I mean?
100%.
That's my best guess for why it is, but I still like it, my man, all the same.
Thank you, good sir. I appreciate you. All right. Well, there's my first best bet. Let's move it into my second best bet of the day. All right, here we go, my friends. We're going to the matchup between the University of Rhode Island Rams and the university, not even a university, it's just Harvard University, baby. You got to be real smart to get in that son of a bitch. It don't have a university before. It's after. Just a single name.
Is that us?
Bro, we're from the Harvard of the Midwest, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
If my shirt doesn't tell win or lose, we still
booze.
I'm wearing my damn shirt.
Let's go. They're playing the real Harvard, the Harvard Crimson. Harvard Crimson plus 2.5, my friends, is what I'm hammering in, and I think you should too. This number's at the perfect spot, and I think it's going to be a back-and-forth sweat, and it is not going to finish by more than 2 points either way. URI has been a really good team, and on paper, sure, they're the better team than the Crimson, but this game is not played on paper. Last time I checked, it is played on the hardwood, and as a matter of fact, it's played on the hardwood at Harvard, and Harvard has been a wagon at home, my friend. They are 4-0 straight up and 2-0 ATS as a home team this year. URI on the road, 0-1 straight up, 0-1 ATS. But that's not the only reason why I love the Crimson. It comes down to tempo, boys and girls. The Crimson are going to boat race the Rams. URI, 237th per KenPom in tempo. Harvard, 70th in tempo. I also think it's going to come down to turnovers for the Harvard defense. Harvard on defense per KenPom, 99th in turnover percent. The Rams on offense, 293rd in turnover percent. I also think it comes down to the free throws. My friends, URI, you wouldn't believe it, only shooting 71% from the charity stripe, and the Crimson, 75.6% actually, to be exact, from the charity stripe. You don't believe me over there in that little box? You don't believe me out there? Believe the damn trends. Harvard 36-15-1 ATS last 52 games as a dog. 5-0 ATS actually their last 5 as a puppy dog. 4-1 ATS last 5 as a home pooch, and 10-1 ATS. You better get familiar. Last 11 Wednesday games. Oh, they don't have a case of the Monday blues here, boys and girls. URI 0-4 ATS last 4 road games. 1-4 ATS last 5 as a road favorita. And URI 2-9-1 ATS last 12 following an ATS win. Damn the Rams. Gimme the Crimson. The smart fellas might be good in the books, but they're good on the court too. I'll take the 2.5, damn it. Harvard Crimson. Second best bet of the day.
I like it, my man. I'm going to sound like a broken record because we like some of these Ivy League teams this year, man. And I keep saying whenever some of these teams are scrappy, they're scrappy. I think the entire league just might be a damn scrap and a half this year, man. And I'm excited for this one especially because I think we're on the right side with this one. We'll obviously, not obviously, we haven't said it yet, but we might have another play on this one that I'm definitely backing you on as well.
Oh, okay. You don't say. Well, who's to say? Who's to know? Who are we? We might come upon it in another segment here on this show. But for me, there's another best bet coming out. And in honor of our Season 2, Episode number 2 of the Wise Words Podcast dropping today at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time on this YouTube channel, our guest, actually a Iona Gale alumni himself. And I thought, there's no way that this play misses, especially with the stars just lining up with that fact. So I have to give out as my third best bet of the day. The Iona Gales minus 7.5 is what I caught him at, but it's up to 8.5. I'm fine with that. I'd love it all the way up to 9.5 if it moves even more. The Gales are a much better team than the Marist Foxes, their opponent. And I think this is going to be a huge, huge bounce-back game for the Gales. The Gales are actually coming off of 2 straight losses, one to Kansas and one to Belmont. 2 extremely, extremely, extremely good teams, and they are nothing anywhere close on the same level as Marist. I'll tell you some key stats, and you'll see what I mean, but this is going to be a Gales team that's ready to lay the hammer down and needs to make a statement after 2 embarrassing losses. Keys to me in this game, once again, tempo. Iona, 106 in the nation, compared to Marist, 328th in the nation. Iona's going to get out, run the score up faster than you can say quick. There's also a defensive edge for Iona in this game. Iona's 82nd in ADE, 78th in opponent expected field goal percent, and Marist, they are 234th in ADE and 281st in opponent expected field goal percent. Go right ahead and strap on the straitjacket. You're insane if you want to back the defensive edge there with Marist, but go ahead and get even crazier if you want to back Marist trying to cover the points with the 3-ball freaking edge that I found on this one. Marist, 32.8% offensively, allowing opponents to score 32.8% from beyond the arc on defense. Iona, 33.1% offensively, so not terrific, right around where Marist is allowing, but only 26.9% on defense. I think Iona limits a 3-ball, any of them from Marist, and their 3-ball allows them to pull away. But You don't believe me. You thought I was going to dish out another play without any trends? You're out of your damn minds, my friend. So here they
place.
come. Iona, 12-3-1 ATS, last 16 as a favorite. 3-0-1 ATS, last 4 as a road favorite. 7-2-1 ATS, last 10 following an ATS win. Marist, 2-4 ATS, last 6 overall. And they are 0-4 ATS, last 4 as a dog. There's a reason they are pooches here, my friends. Don't back the Marist Foxes. Side with me and my partner, I hope, too. The Iona Gales, -7.5, or I'm comfortable with -8.5, too.
Yeah, I like it, partner. Typically, as far as some mid-majors, I don't like a spread this high, but I do like it with the Gales. They are that good, in my opinion, so I'll be backing you for sure. A little for sure.
For sure. Coffee for sure, too. Already told you about the Virginia Tech hoax. I'm in love with the Hoco.
Is that our new Hokies anthem?
I'm in love with the Hoco. I think so, bro. I think if they win, you're gonna see me dancing around in fucking circles on this show tomorrow. I'm in love with the Hokies. I can't fucking wait. Now I seriously haven't been able to get it out of my head. So there you go, Virginia Tech Hokies +1.5. All right, last but certainly not least.
Pause you? I'm sorry. Can I pause you? I recently watched that music video again, the Coco music video.
Oh yeah, it's insanity.
Which was if you're not if you're above or below our age bracket, you probably might not even know that song.
That's actually a very good point, dude. Like, I don't like the new shit. Hey, fucking rabbit hole. Sorry if you tuned in here, but I don't like the new shit, and I don't really like the old. Well, I like the old shit, but I really love like none of the new. All the new shit sucks. But continue.
But this is when we were like freshmen in college, and if you haven't watched the music video in a while, go watch it. I mean,
Bananas.
the sheer. I mean, we're not drug addicts by any means.
Baking soda. I got baking soda.
Sitting there, I've never seen anyone more in love with drugs in my life.
You know what? Yeah, because pot's not a drug. It's just a confusing plant. So fuck off. I don't want to hear that it's a drug. Yeah. So I like that you say we don't do drugs. We don't do drugs here at the TTL Pod.
I just don't want it to sound like we're like heavy drug addicts by any means. Because if you watch the video and I didn't give that context, it's like, whoa, are these dudes just pounding coke all day?
Baking soda. I got baking soda. Yeah, it's
I mean,
it's insane what some of
he's in love with it. He's in love with it.
It's insane what some of these music videos how much money they make. But digress. Thank you, sir. Let's continue. Final best bet on my best bets of the day card. Once again, told you this with Citadel, and you were seeing the almost exact same movement here with the Wofford Terriers. Going to the matchup between the Richmond Spiders, Wofford Terriers, taking the Wofford Terriers +2.5 is what I caught them at. I know they're up to +3.5 on some books. I saw them touch 4 with a little bit of juice on a few books out there too. But I think ultimately this will end up dropping back down to 2.5 or just staying firm at 3.5. I really don't care either way because I think they end up getting the outright win. But again, I like the couple extra points backing just in case some nonsense happening. Once again, I'll direct your attention to Cornell and also Howard yesterday. I think this is the exact same line movement I already told you about with Citadel. To wrap that up, why is Richmond such a low favorite, partner? I thought they're a really good team. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me. You know, I looked at this one and I don't know that they are that good either. It jumped off the page of me. I said, oh my gosh, I think everybody and their dogs are going to be running to Richmond and throwing money at it because Richmond's such a good team. And I'm glad you said that, partner, because I don't know that they are, my friends. And what did I see? Woke up this morning, checked the splits. Richmond is just getting buckets and buckets and buckets of money tossed at them from the public side, every which direction, and that has forced the bookmakers to do a little fugazi line movement, I think. But you don't believe me, you got to believe some key things, and you got to believe that the old Terriers out of Wofford are a wagon right now. They're 4-1 straight up their last 5, 3-1 ATS their last 5. They actually have a defensive edge over Richmond. You wouldn't believe it, but they played pretty similar talent. Wofford has 65.4 points per game allowed. They're only allowing opponents to shoot 43.8% from the floor. That's compared to Richmond allowing opponents to average 76 points per game and shoot 57% from the floor. I think Wofford actually is going to surprise them on the defensive side of the ball, and they might actually get a few turnovers, or maybe the turnovers are the reason why Wofford actually keeps this game close, or maybe even wins it outright, because per KenPom, they're 42nd in offensive turnover percent, 26th in defensive turnover percent. Compare that to Richmond, 25th in offensive turnover percent, 139th in defensive turnover percent. We all see it. We all know it. Turnovers are so critical in a college basketball game. We saw it last night with Indiana and Syracuse. Indiana turned the ball over 7,642 times, and they had to take it to 3 overtimes, and they still lost because of that. Turnovers are a huge factor, but also making your damn free throws are a huge factor. Who do I think are going to make the free throws in this matchup? Oh, Wofford, baby, not Richmond. Wofford, 74.3% from the charity stripe. Not terrible. You know, we're getting C's, we're getting degrees. But Richmond, get the fuck out of my class. 61.9% from the free throw stripe. I don't want none of the spiders. You don't believe me. Believe the trends. Richmond, 2-5 ATS last 7 as a favorite. 1-6 ATS last 7 versus one of my favorite conferences, the SoCon. Wofford, 6-1 ATS last 7 home games versus a team with a losing record. That's right, Richmond does have a losing road record. Wofford, 4-1 ATS last 5 home games. 4-1 ATS last 5 games in December. And Wofford, 7-0 ATS their last 7 games versus the A10. Give me the Wofford Terriers plus 2.5, plus 3.5, wherever the hell you want to call it. I think they win it outright, but I like the extra couple of points. Either way, there you go. Closes out my card. Final best bet of the day, Wofford Terriers plus 2.5. Yeehaw.
I'm with you for sure, my man. I locked it in. I think a lot of the infatuation with Richmond is that even the above-average person is in love with the Atlantic 10. I'm typically in that camp as well, and Richmond's obviously one of those names that typically stands out in there. And I think that conference is still going to be really good. I don't think it's quite as good as it's been in the last couple of years, and I'm pretty certain that Richmond is definitely not as good as they've been the last couple of years. And honestly, Wofford is a team that they're that same
Wofford
caliber
wagon.
of team, honestly. So
Wofford wagon.
I like it a lot, my man. I'm backing you for sure.
Let's go. There you go. There you have it. All 5 of my best bets of the day. Well, partner, what do you say we keep gently rowing this proverbial podcast boat down the stream and dish out today's special plays of the day? First things first. Change it in the ticker. It's the Wednesday Warrior. Ooh, holy shit. Coffee burps. Excuse me. Didn't want to do that into the old microphone there.
It's 7-0 ATS against the 8.
I know. Dude. It's beautiful. You can't get over that one, can you?
No.
I know. I couldn't either. I saw it. I said, holy shit. So there you go. There you have it. Today's special plays, the Wednesday Warrior and the Wednesday Parlay Pop-Off. Without further ado, it is time to get into that bad boy. Now, partner, I got a little something to do over here.
Yes, you do.
I'm in line. Everything seems to be in good working order. You know what I'm talking about, but the fine folks on the opposite side of that there screen don't know what the hell I'm suggesting or referring to at this moment. They will soon find out that today's Wednesday Warrior special play of the damn day is so kindly, my friend. Hold on, let me restart this way. I was trying to produce and be a host. Okay, so here we go. Everything's ready now. Partner, please, if you could be so kind, let all these fine folks out there who are tuning in today, let them know what the first special play of the day is. What school, rather, is our Wednesday Warrior?
Our Wednesday Warrior, like you mentioned earlier in the show, I believe this is their second appearance as a Wednesday Warrior, not their first appearance on the show, the Boston University.
Bring them on in!
I love it. What a logo,
let
dude.
the dogs out! Ooh. Hey, man, I am all about the Boston U Terriers. What a fucking logo. They're not a baby-ass puppy dog. They're a mean-ass puppy dog. Look at the spiked collar. Look at the sharp teeth. He may be a tiny dog, but he's out there to fuck some folks up is what I'm seeing from that logo, my friend. So, hey, shout out Boston University letting us use your logo. We absolutely fucking love you. There you go. There you have it. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of visual enhancement. Sometimes you got to figure out how to talk, direct the show, kick it on over to you, and put the damn Boston U Terriers up on the screen. Hope you enjoyed it. There's the first special play. Partner, you know how it goes every single Wednesday. Most of you might know. I hope you do if you've been tuning in. But we also have a second special play of the day. We like to give you a little extra juice. We're taking the Boston U money line for the Wednesday Warrior. -125, -130, wherever you're finding it at. not the most value. I mean, there is value on that bad boy. We think it's going to get straight to the pay window, but we want to give you a little plus money parlay action too. So how about a 3-leg parlay? Parlay Pop-Off. Today's Wednesday Warrior, the Boston Dam University Terriers. One of RMags' best bets of the day, the damn Texas Tech Red Raiders at -2.5. And my best bet of the day, the damn get your glasses on, you scholar, Harvard Crimson +2.5. And hit the hardwood, or get your glasses off, scholars, and hit the hardwood +2.5. Parlay those bad boys up, all three of them. You're getting total odds +535 on that bitch. Let's get it to the pay window, pal.
My friend, what a red, I did not even realize, a red-ass parlay. The Boston U Terriers, super red. The red fucking Raiders and the old Crimson.
Wow, that absolutely just blew my mind. Maybe I figure out how to get a complete red background here, and we just all of a sudden
are the Bulls playing tonight so we can see red hard as fuck?
Hey, we're seeing red, dude. I'm pretty sure the Bulls play. I don't know. I'm staying out of the NBA.
I don't think they do.
There I am, a poet, and I didn't even know it. Okay, they do not. Either way, we're seeing red on the Wednesday Parlay Pop-Off. All right, if you missed anything, you missed any of the special plays, you missed any of Mags Picks, my picks, let's quickly recap all of our best bets of the day. Unless you have any final thoughts there on the special plays of the day, partner.
I had like one quick note about why we're taking Boston U.
Oh, why are we taking Boston U? I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I mean, they're 150 Ken Pom, top 180 faced. They faced some tough competition in George Washington.
He came with stats.
251 in Ken Pom, my man. Just had to drop a few quick nuggets down.
Just a
George
couple of quick.
Bad.
Okay, hey, anything? Well, we already talked about Texas Tech. We already talked about Harvard. But yeah, I didn't have any more nugatas about Boston. But hey, George Washington isn't the best one out there on the best campus out there, rather. We're about Boston U, baby. And if you don't know about Boston U, you're about to find out tonight, my friends. I can assure you of that because I don't think the books know about them, and they are severely undervaluing them tonight.
I'm worried it's the last chance we're going to get some super big value on them here for the next couple of weeks.
I think so. I really think so because I think they are going to boat race the old, I don't even know who the hell they're playing. I know. Oh, we just talked about it. What the hell am I saying? George Washington. Ooh, George Washington Colonials. Okay, so here we go. There you go. There you have it. It's a son of a bitch. I'm over here. You direct the rest of this fucking segment while I get the damn plays of the day up over here. All right, everything seems to be in good working order now. Brain's going in two opposite directions. Producer, host, every which direction. Okay, here we go. Partner, could you be so kind as to direct all of the folks' attention right here, right now, in prime time? Let them know what they need to do before I put up today's best bets of the day on this here screen.
Fuck, I don't remember the words. Open your eyes, open your ears.
Oh, come on.
Ready.
No.
Yeah,
come on. All right, I was putting you on the spot. That is a pretty
rough one.
You
You
put
put me on
one.
the spot. I wasn't ready for that.
Rip out your sports books. Pull out your paper and pen. Not your pen, your pencil, because we make mistakes around here at the TTL Pod.
172 episodes, and I don't know what to say.
170 fucking 2 episodes, 172 and a half, and he's over here blanking out. Here we go, my friends. Without further ado, please get out however you take stock of the TTL crew's best bets of the day because they're about to be live on yo damn screen in precisely 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, if you would be so kind as to turn your attention directly above us, actually 2 rows above us, you will see on the left top corner of your screen RMags Picks of the day, his 3 coming at you. He's got the Texas Tech Red Raiders -2.5, Wisconsin Badgers versus the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets under 130.5, and the Virginia Tech Hokies. I'm in love with the Hokies +1.5. We both are in love with the Hokies +1.5. You'll see it on my card too. We might as well call the doggone thing a crew play, but I got 4 more coming at you. The Citadel Bulldogs +1.5. The Harvard Crimson, put on your glasses, +2.5. The Iona Gales -7.5. Shout out Wofford +2.5. And please get ready for both special plays of the day right above us. The Wednesday Warrior of the day, the damn Boston University Terriers money line, and with a little extra plus money Pauly incentive on the right side of your screen, the Wednesday Parlay Pop-Off featuring today's Wednesday Warrior, the Boston U Terriers money line. One of Mag's plays, the Texas Tech Red Raiders minus 2.5, and then one of my plays, the Harvard Crimson plus 2.5. Parlay those three up for plus 535 odds the last time we checked. But before we can get any of those to the pay window, we need you to help us bankrupt these books and lock them in, hammer them home, sprinkle a little bit of dough down, whatever you need to say. Just make sure you get today's TTL Crew best bets of the day in it, whatever the current best line is on your
Favorite sports book.
How you doing over there?
I'm doing fantastic, my man. I was actually, I was trying to find some info on our Boston University Terriers mascot, but
Oh, you don't say.
which I did, but it's a little.
What's up? It's
an
a little
interesting-
upsetting.
Would you like me to drop it?
Okay,
There's-
hold
it
on.
sounds like-
Let me
like
bring
there's
you
some
back in the
controversy.
screen. Let me get us back in the doggone screen here. What the fuck's going on, pal? What's happening?
Sounds
It's
like there's a little-
controversy. I don't need controversy on the Wednesday Warrior. What the fuck's happening?
There's a little calling for this named. He's named after. I don't know exactly who he's named after. He's named after someone.
Oh, don't tell me this is gonna be some cancel culture shit.
The dude
no.
he's named after. So he's named Rhett, and the guy who he's named after apparently was well engraved, very much associated with some dark history of our American past. So we won't go down that route. But it was as far as the terrier itself. This is some interesting history that I liked, and then I was led into they just need to rename his name apparently. Beat out a bull mouse in a student vote in 1922. Did the Boston Terrier mascot? So that's
What the
nice.
fuck is a
Cool.
bull mouse?
I don't know. Bull moose. My bad. I fucking blind ass bull moose. My bad. Bull moose.
So what the fuck is a bull
Apologies,
mouse?
Bull mouse.
Okay, so
At various times it's been called Kappa, Danny 2, in parentheses it says don't ask, Gulliver, Fumbles, and Touchdown, Terrier 3, and now in the 90s it was nicknamed Rhett, which we'll see how long.
are we sure that isn't like after Thomas Rhett? Like
No, it's definitely not. It was a,
WHRHETT, Thomas Rhett. I always like to see the bright and see the bright
I mean, we
side
can
of
maybe
life.
change the reason why it's named that. Sure, let's do that.
Yeah, dude. That's the reason I think it is. I don't know nothing about none of that bullshit. Son of a bitch. We don't need that from our fucking Boston. Oh, and here I am fucking just shooting him up on the damn screen.
it's
Oh
just his
no!
name.
Could
It's
you
not
could you
that.
imagine? Could you imagine if somebody just fucking scrolling through the fucking screen and all they see is fucking that big ass fucking logo and his goofy ass face right next to it?
Hey,
And we're
it's not the dog's fault, all right?
It's not the dog's fault. It's not our
Love
fault.
the
We didn't
dog.
fucking
It's not even
know.
a live mascot. They need a live mascot now. For
No,
fuck's
gosh,
sake.
gosh
Give him a
darn
nice, sweet fucking name.
All right. Well, there you go. There you have it. The TTL Crew's best bets of the day. All right. Hopefully that does not fuck us up. All right. Without further ado, let's segue in to the second half of today's show, my friends. The Honorable Cubicle. All-knowing, all-powerful objects have made their way to the set of the Talking the Line podcast, and it is time for the next segment on today's show. Don't even know what number it is now. I think this might be 5. The Moneyline Dice roll of the day. Let's try and get this show back on track here. Partner, if you could be so kind as to indulge the people out there and the dice as well. We'll let them hear everything going on. Actually, we don't need to hear them everything going on because they heard everything going on yesterday and they all of a sudden went 0-2. They didn't hear jack shit. And they went 2-0. So they don't need to hear shit, but the people out there need to know what actually is going on. So tell them what the matchup is, who's the home team, who's the away team, who's the favorite, what's the total. Let's get on with the overall.
So we've got the Michigan Wolverines traveling to North Carolina to face the old Tar Heels. A couple different spots. I'm seeing -2 on DraftKings, -3 on FanDuel. Seeing my over-under 151 on DraftKings, 150 on FanDuel. We typically use FanDuel. We'll stick with that. So -3 and over-under 150.
Okay, -3, over under 150. Are we taking for the first roll? The home team, that wasn't away. The home team, University of North Carolina Tar Heels, or the away team, Michigan Wolverines. We all find out in 3, in 2, in 1. Away. It is away. It is away.
Okay.
Pick up and right to the camera. No funny business. No moving the fingers. There you go. There you have it. Next roll. Are we laying the points? Are we eating a little bit of chalk on the money line? Once again, we all find out. In 3, in 2, in 1. ATS. ATS. Didn't touch it. I went to save it because it did look like I shot it a little hot, but never touched it. ATS.
Fair enough.
ATS, straight up. No
Should we just
funny
go for the
business.
best number then, wherever
Straight
we
up,
find that?
ATS. 100%. Be
So
sure to do
-2,
your line
let's
shopping.
Stick with that. Yeah.
Be sure to do
that.
your line shopping. Last but certainly not least, if it does stick with that, the wild card roll. Will we be doubling down or the dice be doubling down? Will we be going to the total or do we need an entirely new roll? We all find out once again in 3, in 2, in 1. Over.
Okay.
Over. The big
Michigan
O.
-2
Over.
in the over, huh? All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Dice.
The over, once again, the line is set at what, partner?
150. I'm interested.
Well, the dice certainly are. Because the dice have spoken! If you want to guarantee take 2 tickets to the window tonight, no questions, no qualms, no queries, no nonsense, no bullshit, no nothing about it. Not from me, not from Mags. From the all-knowing, ever-present, ever-popular, ever-powerful Moneyline Dice. Lock in right now. The Michigan Wolverines -2 and over 150 total points.
Thank you, Dice.
Thank you, Dice.
Thank you,
Dice.
That's a tricky one, man.
That's a tricky 1.5.
It's like 58% of bets on Michigan, but like 80% of money on UNC from what I just saw. So
That's a tricky one. But hey, there you go. 2 best bets. Dice look to get back on track. They are 2-2 this week if you have not been tailing. You want your own set of Moneyline Dice? Head on over to this episode's description. As always, the plug for our fam over there. You can get 10% off your first order on MoneylineDice.com if you enter code TTL10, TTL10, talking the line. How about that? TTL10 at checkout. 10% off your first order. You can get anything you want over there. They actually have Moneyline Dice. They got, obviously they got the Moneyline Dice, but they, in addition, have a tracking book. They got an MMA scorecard. They got all types of other merch, wearables, all types of stuff you can check out over there. Nothing's off limits with our offer code too. Hey, it's Christmas time. You need some stocking stuffers, baby. Get you a discount while you're doing it. Go check it out. MoneylineDice.com. This episode's description. The offer code TTL10 is right there with it, too. Thank you, Dice. Once again,
Thank you,
sleep
Dice.
well. We'll see you on tomorrow's show. Okay. Hey, we almost went right at an hour. We're 1 minute past, 2 minutes past now. We almost had it. We were almost there. But hey, nonetheless, we're about to drop it down. Kick it on back into first gear. Relax just a little bit here, and you got any questions, anything in between, drop them down second half of the show. We'll answer them live. It's time to get into that second half of the show with the first part here. Hey, partner. Anything burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, you have been
Dying.
to get out to the kind folks that joined us on episode number 173 of this here TTL pod on this gorgeous Wednesday of Bets, also known as December the 1st, 2021.
All right, my man. A couple of nothing too crazy here, and we'll get into some leans.
Couple of
One,
nothing
I'm
too
curious
crazy.
to see if one I'm definitely curious to talk about. We tweeted about it yesterday.
Uh-huh.
The other one I'm curious to see if we even want to touch on it. It was a comment made by a certain CEO of a very popular sports book that had the old sports gambling community ablaze. Did you see this?
What a fucking goon, huh?
All right.
I
Should
don't know.
Should
I'm
we touch
sorry.
on it for a second?
I mean, I guess we can, because that was pretty fucking dumb, if you ask me.
So, I mean, I'm a user of them right now.
Have I not? Well, let me set the floor. Like, I'll be the first one to tell you that I I have not liked DK from the fucking jump.
Yeah.
At fucking all. There and like the fact that what they said, you can say what they said, and I'll get on my soapbox, but
Okay, yeah.
I think it's bullshit.
So DraftKings CEO in some type of investor summit says this is an entertainment activity, which it is, but people who are doing this for profit are not the players we want. Well, that's all right. Sorry, this is an entertainment activity. People who are doing this for profit are not the players that we want.
That's what you said, would you?
Sorry, I thought that there was more into this tweet, but I thought that was part of the quote, so I just made sure I clarified it. But anyways, yeah, man, that's just obviously the terrible fucking look. Like, yeah, it is for entertainment, but it's an entertainment where you'd like to win some damn money.
Yeah, I mean, 100% that's what we talk about, but the whole point of doing this is to make a little bit of cash at this racket, right? And, that's just blatantly somebody, that's like a reading the teleprompter moment and you forgot what the fuck you said and that you're about to, all your words about to be blasted out all over social media. Pretty dumb in that perspective. If people still utilize DK, that's bananas. They were already dropping in market share, so I can't imagine that that's going to help them whatsoever. Their platform is outdated. It's slow. Just on my soapbox right here, things that they could improve on. You can't go to another app without the whole fucking thing resetting. You can't find teams anywhere. It's not a great quality platform to you be out there saying, and they have enough of a market share to say, oh, well, you guys ain't worth fuck anyway. We're just here to have people throw money at us. Well, at the end of the day, we all know that this industry right now is valued after losses right around $1 billion. And as a matter of fact, in about 2 to 3 years, it's going to be about $40 billion. So got the bullshit, John. We all know what it's about, dude. We all know what this industry is. And like, you're going to play that shit like, oh, well, we'll only go after guys who are losing. We're only going to go after, well, it's only a matter of time before more people are winning and more people are winning. And then, nobody's going to utilize your service. So I think it's pretty dumb that you would say something like that and kind of segregate out, I guess, winners.
Yeah, I mean,
dumb.
I don't know why I haven't migrated it off of it, if I'm being totally honest.
Sucks.
I like a handful of their promos and prop boost every once in a while, but it wouldn't really take much for me to migrate off of it, and I might do that.
No, and I have.
So, yeah,
I have fully.
Yeah, and I'm so glad we touched on that. The other one, we tweeted about it, my man, just sheer ridiculousness out of the damn MLB as far as the report about their damn baseballs, which we all kind of knew about for the most part. We've been on to them for a few years. There's been reports, and they've denied it. But
Correct.
Every game, every year is a different fucking baseball. Come on, man. Go ahead. What do you got?
Okay. So, apparently there were 2 different balls used in 2021. This entire past season is what my partner is referring to. If you have not seen that article or what we tweeted about. Dude, are you telling me that potentially we had a sharp side and a half, first 5 plus a half, 4th inning, them motherfuckers have it tied? The books realize, or the MLB realizes, they're in cahoots. You know me and my conspiracy theories. And they ring on down to the baseline. They say, hey, we got too much motherfucking money on this game. Way too much severe monetary liability. CC, Talking the Line Podcast 2021. And they say, hey, get those type A balls out of here. We need type B right now. Type B right now. Balls need to fly out in the next inning. And all of a sudden they run down to the humidor and grab that other ball, and they start dishing that out in the bottom of the 4th or the top of the 5th or the bottom of the 5th, and we get freaking cooked on our first 5. Is that what you're here to tell me, partner? Is that what the MLB is here to stand for? What the hell is going on the diamond?
I mean, that'd be fucked if it was in-game stuff. I don't know if it's like that or just game by game, but regardless, man.
I don't like it.
Make a
I don't
damn
like
baseball. I don't like it, man. And I love baseball. I want to get so much better at baseball betting. It is one of my weaknesses for the sport that I pay attention to just as much as the rest of them. So it drives me fucking nuts.
Even more. I never was able to talk more about baseball than I was this year, and I know you say the same thing.
Right, and it's a standalone fucking game. So from July to football season, it's standalone for the most part, and it's the only thing you can bet on and talk about. So
right,
give us some damn continuity, man. I don't
like
fuck
that.
us around like this. Get Rob Manfred out for first of all, man. Fuck him.
So do you think? But yeah, for real, get the fuck rid of Man Clown for sure. But okay, do you think that's why they put such an emphasis on the sticky stuff to keep the eyes off of that shit? Oh, no, it's not the baseball. It's not the baseball at all. The reason that all this is happening, it's because of all the pitchers using sticky stuff. And half of them weren't even fucking using sticky stuff. I mean, some of them were and talking about spider tack, but most of the motherfuckers were using sunscreen and fucking shit that was legal. Like, it wasn't a big deal.
That's the type of shit, man. We kind of talked about that. We were talking more so as far as like there was that buzz as far as robot arms, which lasted throughout the entire year. But the beginning of the season, and then the sticky stuff started coming out, and it's like, oh, well, we haven't heard much about robot arms. I think we did talk about it on the show, but this also, I mean, I think the sticky stuff was covering up as many things as they fucking needed to cover up, if I'm being honest.
I think so too, man.
The players ain't stupid. Damn. They're doing their collective bargaining. I don't know what's going to happen here. It sounds like there's going to be at least an off-season type lockout here coming up. That's one reason why we've seen so many guys signing quick before December even comes around. But
yeah, I think you're right, dude. I think you're really right. And, you know, man, fuck me. That is so crazy that came out like during free agency and everything now too. It's a whole nother storyline and everything that I'm not trying to be here for, to tell you the truth. I don't like it. I don't like it, Magnuson.
The players have known the last few years, and the one thing Pete Alonso, I think it was Pete Alonso, was saying either a year or two ago, was like, yeah, we know, like we can tell, like when there's a year where you know that there's a bunch of pitchers about to be on the market. That's when they juice the balls, so then the pitchers are devalued, and vice versa. As far as when all these sluggers are about to, then they de-juice the balls, and now these sluggers ain't hitting 50 home runs anymore. It's fucked.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I don't like it, dude. And yeah, we'll see. Because like now, does that have to play into our handicapping for next year? What the hell actually happens? I don't like it.
Nothing.
I don't fucking like it, dude. I've said it 10 times. I don't fucking like it. Well. Thanks for that rabbit hole. Yeah, that was a whole lot of bullshit. I actually got one more rabbit hole. If you know me, you know how I feel about the Pittsburgh Steelers. I like the Pittsburgh Steelers a lot, but what they have become and what they are and now is becoming obvious in the media, and I don't want to add on to that, but I don't know that many people saw the old Tomlin to Chase Claypool comment in the media. Mr. Claypool decided that he would say, practice could be a little bit more fun, and I'm paraphrasing here. You know, we could play a little bit of music. We could dance around a little bit. Hey, coach, maybe let us film a TikTok every once in a while. Stop being such a hard ass, okay? Maybe if we have some fun, things will start going in the right direction. But hey, who am I? Mike Tomlin is the coach. Coach T, he referred to him, been doing this much longer than I have. In response, Mike Tomlin, when the media brought this to him, he says, oh, well, yes, Claypool plays wide out, and I will handle the practice arrangements. Once again, paraphrasing. Partner, is the Pittsburgh Steelers organization on absolute fire right now? Not in the good fashion, and they are about to just absolutely implode and need to kind of scrap after 2021. I mean, you got Big Ben, not looking great, coming in bandaged up with a new something or other every single week. You got their running game that's good from time to time, but if you ask me, they're wasting Najee Harris. Their receivers are lackluster at best. What say you?
My man, well, what drives me crazy, because like you, I don't like the Steelers, but I respect the hell out of what they're supposed to be and the order of what they're supposed to be.
Correct.
Right? And this Claypool stuff is the Claypool and Juju. I told you off the show, I would like those guys if they were anywhere else, because they just don't embody that Steelers blue-collar nature.
No.
And what pisses me off, not pisses me off, but what kind of just riles me up a little bit more as far as that comment to the media is that Mike Tomlin is notorious for being probably the number one most well-respected, like player-friendly coach in the entire National Football League. That's why players love to play for him, because he is a player-friendly coach. And A, don't push the boundaries of that, first of all, and B, don't go around his back talking about what you want changed to the damn media.
Not a good look.
Chase Claypool is really fucking talented, but I don't think he's talented enough to, like, I guess I'd be surprised if they, after this year, moved on from him for this type of stuff, because it's not that bad, but at the end of the day, it doesn't embody the Steeler nature anywhere near it, and I think it's messing it up, because going forward, I think they have a lot of pieces to build rather quickly if they make the right moves. A really good team, because if their defense gets healthy, their defense is fantastic. You mentioned Najee Harris, and now if they kind of just retool a little bit on offense, I think they'll be really good next year, but get Chase Claypool and Juju out of there, man. Get him into L.A., somewhere else, man. I would like him so much more there.
Miami or whatever. I don't know that I would even like them. I
not
just
like 'em,
don't
but
like
at
the
least-
attitude and what they do. But yeah, they're just not a Steeler, man. And
No.
I don't know. Some of Claypool's antics at the end of last game were just something that I wasn't trying to see either. So hey, get me off of that soapbox, because yeah, the old Steelers are dumpster fire, though dumpster fire, something that the old Steelers don't like to be. So
No.
there you go. There you have it. Let's see here, my friend. Any leans that you got to get off the chest? Any ones that you wanted to bring to the show we discuss here towards the end?
You got anything that's pressing? I mean, I got a few, but for the most part, I think there's really only one that I'm still interested in actually locking in. I have a lean in every single Big Ten ACC game, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lock anything additional in. Interested in Louisville, but you and I talked. That one might just be a spot on line. You got anything?
Yeah. Louisville plus 4.5. I really like the 4.5 with them, but Michigan State's been too good to me this year. I don't want to fade Sparty quite yet, so I'm going to stay away from that one. In addition to that, I don't know why the hell is Florida a pick 'em against Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Florida
Yeah.
is a fucking wagon and a half. They have been covering left, right, and center. Just took care of Ohio State. Screw Ohio State with that Duke game, man. Son of a gun. That really chapped me last night.
It's got to be Oklahoma with that spread, right?
It has to be, right?
It has to be.
Yeah, I that's what I'm thinking, but I don't know if I have the cojones to back it, my friend.
Right.
I don't
Right.
think so. So I'm going to say Oklahoma, but, we actually talked about this with our guest for today's episode of the Wise Words Pod, dropping here on this YouTube channel at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time in 45 short minutes about, sometimes you don't always have to put $1 on the game, because $1 saved is better than $1 lost. And maybe you can just pick a side, the bet you would play, and just stay the hell out of the action. Maybe me and Mags are applying that a little bit to our process here today. So, yeah, I'm going to stay the hell away, but I would take my hinkling is to take Florida, but I know I should take Oklahoma, so I know I'm going to sit on the bench for this one. You ended up taking Texas Tech, so I like that. You took the under in Wisconsin, the Wisconsin and Georgia Tech. I liked Wisconsin minus 3.5, but again, we kind of talked about it in your analysis. A little bit of a tricky spread with that one. The U plus 4.5, I liked it, dude. It's down to like 2.5 now, 1.5, some books. Freaking Penn State, where you got it at?
Oh, sorry, I had an alert. Texas
you
Tech,
weren't even
Kevin
looking.
McCullough is expected to play tonight. So that's
Very
good
nice,
news.
very nice. So you weren't looking at that spread.
No,
so the
apologies.
no, you're good. I thought that's where your eyes were shooting to. So the U, they open up as plus 4.5. I'm sure they're down to like plus 2.5 now.
2.5, 3 now, yeah.
Yeah, 2.5, 3 now. The line dropped. At some point, Penn State's got to wake up, but I just don't know when that is. Another Big Ten ACC game that I don't know really where I fall, so going to stay away from that one. The honorable Moneyline Dice picked Michigan minus 2. Liked UNC plus 2, but then again, this is not the classic Michigan team or UNC team, but then again, why is the line so short? Going to stay away from that one. Outside of that, nothing really major pressing anything. If it's the first game on the slate, if the North Carolina Central versus the South Carolina Upstate was on like a 10 or 11 o'clock, maybe starting at noon here soon, that would be on my card 100%. I would most likely take North Carolina Central plus 3.5, but I'm going to stay away from that one in general too, because I don't like it when it's a 6 o'clock game. I don't like those low mid-major or low matchups in the late night. Those for some reason they don't work out the same. I don't know. So I'm going to stick to what I know. I'm going to stay away from them. Stick to the plays of the day. That's about all I got lean-wise. Anything else you got, dude?
Last one for me. I talked to you. I'm still kind of interested. Is the under in Wichita State, Oklahoma State. Just ridiculous. Like 99% of money it says is on the over. So that's kind of why the line has been moving up. I don't know what the reasoning for that is. So I might stay away from that one, but it's got me interested. I'm going to dive a little deeper into that one here the next hour or so, I think.
For sure. And again, NBA, I'm not seeing it quite yet. I'm probably going to wait till after Christmas, honestly.
Yeah, I've had real specific spots, and I'm not seeing any of them today that I like.
Yeah, there's some real specific ones right now, and I think some trends, some things need to get their kinks worked out, some things need to happen, because all signs pointed to Golden State last night, and obviously they couldn't get the job done. So maybe we need to rethink some strategies there. Not a strategy, a strategy, because it wasn't exactly perfect. Outside of that, a couple of key announcements, news, the always important TTL announcements. Wise Words, if you missed it at any point in time, Wise Words Season 2, Episode number 2, drops right here on the YouTube channel. If you're not watching on our YouTube channel, it is Talking the Line Sports Media on YouTube. You can find that on talkingtheline.com on one of the various tabs of our shows that has the YouTube link right within there, or on our link tree that's in this episode's description, whatever your platform you're watching it on, listening to it on, yada, 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 whatever the case might be. Be sure to tune into that. We had a really solid guest lined up to start kind of the week, and I'm kind of grateful, honestly, Mags, that we ended up going in a different direction. I've seen some other things since we talked about it on yesterday's show. If you followed along, I was a little pissed. I'm a guy that holds a little bit of a grudge, if you know me, just a tad bit. But I think I saw some stuff that really solidified the fact that we went in the right direction. And I am so glad that we took the opportunity to talk to the guy who we had on for today. A quick growing legend in the industry right now. I will give you a little teaser. He is another member of the Sports Grid family. So very solid, very, very solid guest there. Also already told you he's an Iona Gales alumni. So we talked a little bit about that action too. So make sure you tune into that. If you haven't watched episode 1 of season 2 yet, featuring Yanni the Greek Corrales, I suggest you go check that one out as well. Another electric episode. They are going to keep pumping out. They're going to be electric after electric. They're going to be filled with knowledge and insights, as always, that you're not going to find anywhere else. So please tune in to the Wise Words Pod. Easiest way to find it, just go to talkingtheline.com/wise-words-podcast. Outside of that, we also got another show. If you didn't know, college basketball, college football kind of coming to an end here now. We got conference championships, everything wrapping up. We'll definitely talk about that this Saturday, as well as college basketball. Why do I say Saturday? We don't have this show on Saturday, but we do have Cup of Joe on campus, our college basketball, college football only show every Saturday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Cheers to you as well, partner. We go through the entire collegiate football and basketball slates, dish out our best bets, plays we're staying away from, plays we think you should stay away from, plays that we got questions on, answer stuff live on the show, and hell, you might even see a guest from time to time. We were joined by the legendary Joe and Dion D'Amico on last week's episode. We absolutely had a blast, laughed our heads off, got some winners, went 4-0 with them, so had a blast with them. Make sure you follow them at First Lady of Vegas and at Joe D'Amico Wins. Uncle Joey and Aunt D, as we like to refer to them. Love those guys over there. So see you once again Saturday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Cup of Joe on campus. Outside of that, you can find all of our additional content, our blogs, my UFC blog, Mags Extra Cheddar, anything else we blog out there, who the hell knows what you might find from us. Anything in between, you can find that all on talkingtheline.com. We got tabs for just about everything. There's all types of shit all over the homepage. As a reminder, disclaimer, we will never send you spam if you do sign up for our blogs. I don't know why I got to say it every time, but there you go. It's only going to be our blogs, insights, analysis, humor, motivation, whatever. And outside of that, that's about all I know. We might have some new improvements, updates coming right around the corner. Who the hell knows? There might be some big announcements coming right around the corner that are just going to blow your absolute lids off of your dome pieces. I don't know. Well, who's to say? Who are we? I do know that today's Wise Words episode dropping in but only 28 short minutes now. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 38 short minutes now. I thought it said 32. 38 short minutes now is an electric episode. It's going to be one that you're not going to want to miss. So make sure you tune into that one as well. I think I covered just about everything I possibly could, partner. Linktree, talkingtheline.com, all of our additional content. Any announcements as far as TTL goes that I missed? Anything I didn't think about?
As far as TTL goes, I don't believe so. I've got some NFL decent news if you're ready for it.
We'll wrap us up with the late and breaking.
So I actually missed this. I knew this was an issue, but Danny Jones suffered a strained neck, obviously, and expected to start Mike Glennon, but he was at practice today and is expected to practice today and the rest of the week. So I think it still could be questionable. Not season ending. They asked him that today. Saw some other interesting stuff as far as both DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray being back in practice today. Don't know if that means they will be ready to go this week or not. Jalen Hurts also taking reps at walkthrough. I believe he is still questionable, but I'm going to imagine he's going to play. They got a little bit of a playoff push, so I'm imagining he's going to push it there. That is about it, though. NBA news. Yeah.
Push it.
NBA news, basically nonsense. The NBA tried to crack down on the Bulls and Heat as far as tampering with Lonzo Ball and the Heat with Kyle Lowry. Do we need to take away something? Taking away a second-round pick from both of them. Shucks. Those star-studded second-round picks are surely going to be missed. Nothing new for the Bulls to be dishing out second-round picks anyways, so nothing sweaty there. But Danny Jones said he's feeling better now. Still don't know what his status for Sunday is, though. That just came out today.
All right. Well, there you go. There you have it. Ready to rock and roll for NFL news and a little bit of extra news in between there. Anything else from your end of the world that doesn't have to do with sports or anything in between?
No, sir.
Okay, my friend. Well, then that seems like an episode of the TTL Pod, if I do say so myself. But we do have one final segment here to get into because we all need it. And, partner, I'm going to need a little help from you here on this beautiful day for my Motivation Minutes. Now, okay, I said at the top of the show, I can't take full credit for this one and kind of the thoughts behind it, and I can't take credit for it all, is what it comes down to. But I'm going to try and regurgitate it in the best way that I can. It definitely is going to be paraphrased, but I'll let you know when it's really going to be that light bulb moment, when you really need to pay attention. So, first things first, partner, let me ask you. If I gave you $1,000 right here, right now, today, how would you feel?
How would I feel?
How would you feel?
You just said, here's $1,000?
Here's $1,000.
I feel pretty solid.
Pretty solid? Pretty good?
Pretty solid. Yeah, pretty good.
Go get you pretty nice meal, so I'm pretty good there. Okay.
I got rent to do today. Probably use it towards that.
Okay. There you go. How about if I gave you $1 million? Million smackers. Check. Signed over. No taxes, no nothing. You got 1,000,000 bones. 7 figs in the bank account. How'd you feel?
I mean, I'd obviously feel pretty damn set, if you will.
Okay. A capital S-E-T, if you will.
Yes.
Okay, for sure. I would in the same ballpark if it was vice versa, for sure.
Okay.
All right. So let me ask you this. But this time there's going to be a little caveat. What if I gave you $10 million? I had $10 million laying around. I said, Mags, here you go. Here is $10 million. Feel free to use it however you please, whatever you want to do. How would you feel about that? The $10 million. Would that be the best yet?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
You'd be pretty much out of your gourd to see 8 figures
sure.
at this
10
point
million,
in time.
Yes, I
For
would.
sure. Now, you would pretty much accept that money on no whim, correct? No question, no qualm, no query. Like, fucking $10 million, you're just giving me $10 million 100%. You take.
I mean,
that
if it's you, the person I know, I would probably have a few questions as far as how you came into $10 million that you're willing to dish out. But
for sure. So, not where I'm going, but here's the light bulb moment. There's a big but to you getting that $10 million. You cannot wake up tomorrow. You get that $10 million, but tomorrow you cannot wake up. Would you still take that $10 million?
So just $10 million for the rest of the day?
For the rest of the day, and you can't wake up tomorrow.
No thanks.
Okay. So then why, here's your light bulb moment, why does everybody seem to live like they got all the time in the world and I'll chase my dreams later. Pursue my passions later. Get out of this bullshit relationship later. This bullshit job later. Why do they treat it like that when given an opportunity like that, you would always almost instantly choose life over any amount of money, any amount of material possession? I guarantee you would fucking choose life because I would. So why not start living your life like that? Why not start living every single day like it's the last day that you got, and no matter what material possession you get, you're going to give everything you got because this is probably the last day you might have. Who knows? So a little bit more elaborated on my end of things, obviously, but the main principle there is obviously you think about it, and yeah, you would take $10 million in a heartbeat, but I know that me personally, I know you personally, Mags, you said it, I know that everybody out there, they would definitely choose taking their life over not getting $10 million. So just a little bit of thought-provoking there, a little bit of perspective changer for you. Again, can't take all the credit for it, but outside of that, short and sweet, that does it for my motivation minutes of the day.
I like it. I like it, my man. Gets you thinking about what it actually means and what you're saying. And it, yeah, I'm sure people got their own rabbit holes to dive into with that one.
A little bit of rabbit holes for sure. Kind of put some things into perspective, like what really is important out here in this thing called life. So there you officially have it. Thank you for the feedback, partner. My motivation minutes of the day. All right, one final time. The last time I'm fucking asking. Anything else from that side of the screen?
No, sir. I believe we have covered just about everything we could have possibly covered today, my friend.
I would have to concur with you, sir. Tickets to be cashed starting around. Go right ahead.
Dolphins -5 if Mike Glennon is starting for the fucking Giants in Miami.
You'd be surprised if somebody just sent me a text 10 minutes ago with Dolphins -4.5 locked in the bet slip, with also the Giants expect Mike Glennon to start. I should have actually
wait on that though.
I should have shout out Dusty. Should have been on. I should have been on the ball last night. I found that out last night. I should have tweeted about that. Like I knew about all of that freaking day-to-day. I knew about the day-to-day yesterday afternoon. I should have been on top of that. I fell asleep. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw stuff about Danny Jones yesterday. I just didn't know that
I saw the Mike Glennon too.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It was like 5:42 a.m. that tweet was. And I saw something about it late last night, like 11 o'clock. You know I stay up late, so
yeah.
I was like, dadgum.
Bad, man. Mike Glennon is bad.
Not good at all. Well, hey, appreciate you bringing it to the attention. No, I think I might. I think I honestly might take a look at the old Miami Dolphins. I'm interested in them at -4.5, -5 too, especially under key number. I think so. They played damn good last week, my friend. We cashed that ticket. If you tailed the money line on that, loved that play. So there you go. There you have it. That's all we got for today. That's the show. Last but certainly not least, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers, far and wide, for myself and Max. Thank you so much for choosing to stop by the Talking the Line podcast today on this gorgeous December 1st, Wise Words Wednesday, 2021. Can't thank you enough from the bottom of our hearts for all of your support, your following, your likes, your comments, your shares, everything in between. Please keep doing so. It only helps us make this TTL Sports Media rocket ship bigger and better for each and every one of you, which is why we do it. We don't do it for ourselves. This is a dream and passion of ours, and we absolutely love it. We do it for you guys. Please keep hanging on. Keep sticking around. You're about to see the turbo boosters engaged on the rocket ship. Stick around. Once again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Last but certainly not least, we hope you all have a spectacular rest of your Wednesday, unless you have any other plans, filled with nothing but good vibes, positivity, and most importantly, getting tickets to the pay window, because you know how we finish it here at the TTL Pod. Partner, let's cash some tickets.